Hi, my name is Girish. Let me introduce you to SweetLime. SweetLime is a plugin for Sublime Text 3, and with built-in code templates and policy templates, it helps proxy developers build their proxies with ease. So let's go ahead and build the quintessential weather API proxy that we have always seen. So for that, I have Sublime Text 3 open, and let me go ahead and bring up the command palette. Command palette is invoked by using Command, Shift, and P on Mac. So now let me filter by Apigee to see all the possible options. So I can add step, create new proxy, create new policy, and all the other stuff. But let me start with creating a new proxy. So um, when I want to create a new proxy, SweetLime provides me two options. A plain vanilla Apigee proxy and a Node.js proxy. For now, I'll choose the plain vanilla proxy. So it's asking me to provide a project location. So I have a dump yard location called SweetLime trials. So let me just um, create the API by name SweetLime weather API. So that's it. So the project has been created, you can see here. So by clicking on the .sublime project file, I get back to Sublime. So as you can see here, SweetLime has already created a skeleton for you. The API proxy, it's complete with the policy folder, the proxies folder, the resource folder, the targets folder. Of course, the policies and the resources folder are empty because we've not done anything right now. But the default.xml at both the proxy level as well as the target level is filled up with all the necessary stuff. So let's go ahead and change the target URL in default.xml of targets. Let's change it to the weather APIs endpoint, which is Yahoo weather APIs. So let me just save this, and that's pretty much it for the target stuff. So let's go ahead and actually build the the proxy here. So for that, let's go to proxies folder, to the default.xml of proxies, and let's create a new flow. So I have the flows which is already set up for me here. So let's add a new flow. So add flow to proxy. So I got a a skeleton for flow here. So let me just change the name and call it weather proxy. You can also give a description if you want. And what's more important is the condition here. I would like to run this flow only if the path suffix matches /forecast RSS, and only if the request verb is get. So that is all about the flow here. So let's just go ahead and create a new create a new policy, or in the context of default.xml, create a new step, which in turn creates a new policy. So let's see how that works. So let's go ahead and create a spike arrest policy because I do not want too much of traffic. So for that, I'll bring up the command palette again and say add step. So there are no policies. If you see, the policy folder is empty, so it's asking me to create a new policy. And what do I need to create? I need to create the spike arrest. So spike arrest is tagged under traffic management. So if you see, this is pretty much the list of all the policies that are available for you, out of which I'm gonna choose spike arrest. So as soon as I choose it, it's asking me where exactly I must be storing this. So by default, it's API proxy /policies. I'll go with the default, and I'll give it a name. I'll call it policy spike arrest. So as you can see here, the policy in the policies folder, the spike arrest.xml file got created. So this is again the basic frame here. So I'll just change the rate to 10 ps and save it, and I'm done here. But I need to go back again and actually add this step to my preflow. So now in the command palette, I can actually see the policy spike arrest, which I just created. So I just add it here. So if you don't like this, you can always create the policy first and then come here and add the step. So for that, I need again go here to the command palette, hit on create new policy. So here I would like to create an XML to JSON converter, because Weather API proxy throws an XML. So this is the XML to JSON converter here. So again, I'll choose the default. Let me just call it policy XML to JSON. So again, I got the bare minimum framework here. Now I'll tweak this for my purposes. So I need to tweak the options part and fill all the values and other stuff that I need here. So I save this. I save this and come back here and add the step. So this time the policy has come up here. So that's it. That's basically it. I'm done and I'm ready to deploy the proxy actually. So the deploy part is one feature that's missing from SweetLime. We'll eventually implement that, but as of now, we'll just use the Apigee deploy proxy tool here, and let's go ahead and deploy this. So I'm basically using the Apigee deploy tool, giving all the required stuff here. Of course, the password, which will change after this demo. So let's go ahead and fire this up. So now I see it's deployed, and I also got the base URL to test this with. So now let's just go ahead and test this. So I'll bring up my Chrome, and of course I have the whole thing set up here already, which is basically providing the right area code for Sunnyvale. So when I fire this up, there you go. You see the weather information for Sunnyvale for the next coming days. So that's it. Thank you for bearing with me. Take care.